we headed?
Lowe's.
Why are we going to Lowe's?
We're getting materials for the new tiny house.
New tiny house. So the trailer showed up on Thursday evening. And it is Sunday. So we've got to prepare. We got to get materials for the floor. Start building the thing. Most important part of the entire build is the floor. You've got to attach it right. You've got to get your plumbing and pipes all ran. There's a lot more to it when it just comes to the floor. You got to make the foundation right. For whatever reason, as soon as you enter the two doors that says Lowe's, all of a sudden you forgot everything you came in here for. So, I do have a list, and let's see how long it actually takes us. Okay, so it wasn't quite an hour, almost an hour. Had it all strapped down. Now we're ready for tomorrow. So we'll see how much stuff we can get done this week. All right, Monday morning. It's time to get started on the tiny house. So here's the trailer. Took all my measurements, made a real good plan. Honestly, the best thing you could do before you start building anything is have some sort of a plan. Be flexible, but plan helps you get started. Here's all the lumber. Got foam board insulation for the floor. Going down the road, you just never know what kind of condition the roadways are in, so it's better to have something that's mildew proof or, I don't know, mold resistant. So we can get started and see how far we get today. All right, end of day one. Got 2 layers of 2-inch foam board in here, so it gives it an R20 value. Got all of our floor joists ran. Our subfloor's ready to go on. And I also need to run all these holes here for the drain line. So I'm going to run the drain line. Not too bad for a day's work. Day 3 of the tiny house build. We've got our floor down. All the floor joists are in and the skirt board is on. Everything's attached to the trailer. A lot of the drain pipe is ran. We're just getting ready to start throwing some walls together and stand them up. Let's see how far we can get today. Go ahead and drill some holes so that we have space for our electricity to run. This being the 5th tiny house, kind of learning some tricks and tips of what to do and what not to do. And I think definitely pre-drilling some holes for the electricity to run through before you stand up the walls, before you put everything together, is gonna make things a lot easier when it comes to running electrical. Sometimes it's really hard to get your drill into spots that are really tight or you can't get the right angle. So this will make it look more uniform and make it look more organized. So let's get started. I'd generally be doing this with some 3-inch nails with a gun, but I don't have any right now, so I've got 3-inch deck screws. That'll work. Ball number 1. Nice. Walk around the tiny house.
die. I'm wearing your slippers.
I'm not gonna die.
This is a bad idea. Okay, so the buyer came out and had herself a little tour of her third of the way through built tiny house.
Sure. A third sounds good.
A third sounds
That's a good number. It's a good solid round number.
Anyway, she came out and she loved it. And so we thought, now that she's seen it, you all can see it too. And so what you've seen up until this point is 4 days worth of work. Okay, here we go.
Ready? All right, so when you first walk in, there'll be a window to your right. This window will be opening up and down so that they can put a window air conditioner unit. Or down below when it's cold outside, they'll put a little...
It's an electric infrared fireplace.
Yeah. So right here where this white pipe is, that'll be the kitchen sink. Inside there will be the hot water heater. Next to it will be a little spot for an under-counter refrigerator. And then coming off this end will be a castered, some kind of a way for a little table to move around.
Like an eating bar that moves around.
So then you have two huge windows right directly across from each other.
What size are these?
These are 5 by 6. So 5 feet wide, 6 feet tall. Windows in.
Huge!
It's gonna feel really big and bright in here. It's not gonna be so closed off like it is right now. So over here, there will be bunk beds. We put these long hot dog window, I call them hot dog windows, in. So there'll be a bed below this one and a bed below this one. And then there'll be hydraulic lifted storage underneath the bottom bunk. This is the bathroom door. We'll swing in here. Right here will be a 4-foot shower, quite large, little sink, itty bitty little sink, and a toilet right here. Composting.
Oh. And another giant window.
Yeah, so underneath this window will be, is it 2? Module sofa, bed, sleeper.
From IKEA, yeah.
Yeah.
You want a what?
A walkthrough of the other tiny house.
Oh.
That's finished.
Okay. Let's go!
So this tiny house should have only taken us 6 or 7 weeks. We started this right as your dad was passing away. So it's been a little hard, not just in getting it done, but just in the emotions of getting it done, because your dad was always out here watching and had a lot of different input. It was kind of hard and odd to finish a house since he's not here anymore. We finally got it done, and so let's take a little tour of it so that you get an idea of what the other tiny house might look like when it's all said and done. So first off, we have big windows just like in the other one. These module sofas are the same ones, not the same color, but the same basic idea. These roll out, this whole thing flips over and becomes a bed. You got this thing here for storage or decor, whatever. Electrical panel down underneath here, kind of hidden so that you're not looking at something ugly. Mini refrigerator for underneath the counter, just like in the other one. This should be about what it looks like. Here's the hot water heater. Microwave here. Storage up here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's a little vent fan. And behind this little decor here. So when you're cooking, it doesn't stink up the place. Little space, stinks quickly. And then I'll have to get out of the way, but here's the bathroom with another composting toilet. This product is a new one. What's it called, Dom?
Duma wall.
Duma wall. So it looks like tile, acts like tile, but is significantly lighter than tile and is actually similar to a vinyl plank flooring. Super easy. After doing it in this tiny house, I would do it in every one if I can. Oh, there's garbage in it. That's not supposed to be there.
So you put your pine shavings there and you scoop them into the bucket when you make potting.
So anybody who has animals and does the deep layer method, essentially it's exactly the same thing for our own potting. So this tiny house is on a 16-foot trailer, 8.5 feet wide by the time it's all together. Meets DOT approval, DOT code, so that you can drive it anywhere you want. We put a 3-foot deck on the back end, so inside the living space is actually only 8 foot by 12 foot, 8 foot by 13 feet. This will have a mini split unit. It's very tiny, and this one is for sale. We are pricing this one $33,000.
This finished one is number...
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5.
This is 5. And that one we're working on is number 6.
Yeah.
And we have a deadline of what?
Whenever we get it done.
Basically like mid-March is when we told the customer it would be done. We're still waiting on the windows from the manufacturer and the door from the manufacturer.
We've got 3 other builds going at the same time, so...
Residential builds, not tiny houses.
No, I wish we did.
So once we get the windows and the siding and the doors, then we'll be able to keep cracking at it.
That's right.
Yay!
You can also follow our journey on Instagram, and we would love it if you would subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you like our videos.